Welcome, Universal fans. This episode is brought to you by Fairy Godmother Travel and the Producers Club. So let's join the crew as they bring you the latest news from the Universal Orlando Resort and from all around the Universal globe.
Hello and welcome to episode 171 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. I'm your host Tracy, and with me tonight I have Darren. Hello.
What's up, Internet? Hello.
I have Hunter. Hello.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
And I also have Lee. Hello.
I was trying to think of another song to start this one off with, but I couldn't, so hello, everyone.
Everybody okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Battlefront came out last week, and you guys should all play with me. You can find me at Admiral Sap Bar on Xbox.
Oh, God.
Awesome.
I'm playing Fallout, so nobody can play with me.
Darren
It's a
just kind of
solo
locks
only
himself in his vault.
That's right.
That's why I'm not going to say it. I was going to say that. No, I won't. Doesn't matter. We're family friendly.
Yeah.
And Darren
Probably
knows what I
for
was
the
going to say.
Moving swiftly on, I do believe we have some Producers Club birthdays.
Yes, so actually the first one is someone that we all met at the meet and greet.
We
It's
did.
Christopher Ezel.
He sucked just as bad as we did doing the kitchen challenge.
This is true.
Azal. Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
My bad.
Happy
Forgive me.
birthday.
Azal
Happy
like
birthday.
Gazelle.
That's on November 24th.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Happy birthday.
Have an awesome day.
Yes. We know you will.
And he's moving down here soon, isn't he?
I think he's already down there, isn't he?
I don't think he's come down yet.
It's
He's on his
around,
way.
yeah.
Jammy
Awesome.
bugger.
I know. He's lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Shall we have a great butterbeer debate from Lee?
I will preface my Butterbeer debate by saying after Tracy's on the Last But One show complaining that regular Butterbeer seems to have been watered down, it's not just Tracy I've heard it from.
Nope.
Our good friend Andy
Yes,
said he
he
had
messaged
some
me.
and he complained it didn't taste the same.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was also having a back and forth on Facebook with Rick West, the guy who runs Theme Park Adventure. He agreed. He'd been trying to put his finger on it all week why it didn't taste the same. And I said, I've heard quite a few people complain that it's been watered down. He went, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
I know what
Foam.
I've got their number. They got us hooked on the good stuff.
And
now
they're
we're
cutting it.
hooked. Yeah. Yep. They're cutting it with cheap.
You're getting the
Rat
official...
poison.
Yeah.
You're getting the official Warner Brothers studio tour Butterbeer now. That's what it
Oh, no, it's not that bad. It is not that bad.
is. No. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Now remember, I was always lumped into the team ice cream just because I was the only one left.
Mm-hmm.
You were a winner in that regard.
But I was always a team frozen, really.
Yeah.
So in order, my number 4 is still regular because I don't like it.
Woohoo!
Number 3 is frozen. Number 2 is ice cream. And my favourite butterbeer at the moment is the hot. I could not get enough of that stuff.
Oh, heck yeah.
I love it. I love it. I do agree with what Darren said, that I think you do need to drink it fairly quickly. But it's... yeah.
I've never had the drinking it quickly problem, though. Like, I don't understand where that comes from.
Well, maybe you just like the taste of cardboard.
Just
Yeah, I could drink a lot more of them than any of the other types.
You like
and you don't
sweet
get brain
stuff though,
freeze
don't
either.
you?
A chest freeze or heart freeze or just body freeze that you get off the frozen.
I'm disappointed.
Sorry, Darren, but I'm in the...
Now, Lee, do you find yourself attracted to sweet hot drinks just in general?
Not really.
If we
Because I
go to
drink...
a-
Yeah, but I drink tea.
I know, but if we go out to a coffee shop, you get hot chocolate. You
Because
don't get a tea.
Yeah, because I don't like coffee and I drink tea all day long anyway. But if I drink tea at home or at work, I don't put sugar in it. So I wouldn't necessarily say that I am.
No, but you do like... You're more of a sweet person than a savoury person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So are you more inclined due to tea to like hot drinks? I'm psychoanalyzing you.
Yes. I probably drink more hot drinks during the day than I drink anything else.
So maybe that plays into it. I prefer hot drinks as well.
Nothing's better on a hot summer day than a hot butterbeer.
Yeah, I agree. In the air-conditioned leaky cauldron. No, I really enjoyed it, and I think the butterbeer ice cream's gorgeous. So there you go.
Yes. I'm surprised you didn't put ice cream in the hot.
People have done it.
Do
People
a
have tried
float.
all sorts of concoctions.
I know, we didn't.
No,
We need to go back and do that then.
we will.
Yes.
You
Right.
need a Mad Eye Moody it and bring your flask next time.
Yeah,
Yes. Well, thank you very much for that, Lee.
you're welcome.
So for everybody else, you have until the end of the year to be part of the Great Butterbeer Debate, which
Isn't
is
long.
what, about 5 weeks?
Something like that.
So,
You can record us a message letting us know who you are, where you're from, and whether you're team regular, frozen, or frozen. Oh yeah, hot or ice cream.
Hot or ice cream?
or pumpkin juice.
Oh, it's me. And you can send those recordings to us at our email, which is podcast@uuopodcast.com.
As well as email, you can record them at speakpipe.com/UUO podcast on your phone, tablet, or computer. As long as it has a microphone, you are good to go.
Awesome. Yes, so get them sent in. And now it's time for the news.
Universal Orlando have released the names of the celebrities that will take part in this year's A Celebration of Harry Potter.
That's
And they
actually
will
next
be-
year. Oh, Jesus. I always find somewhat wrong. It's next year, not this year. Sorry, everyone.
Kind of this year's, I guess, if you look at it a certain way.
Yeah.
Anyways, those
The wrong
celebrities
way.
are going to be Rupert Grint, who it's actually his first year, isn't it?
Yeah, that's quite a
First
biggie.
time when they got one of the big three.
Yep.
Yeah. Bonnie Wright, Matthew Lewis,
Ooh.
Ivana Lynch, and Katie Leung.
I think it's Lung.
Lung?
I think that's how you pronounce it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Notably absent, the twins.
Yeah. They'll come out for anything, normally.
Yeah.
I mean, there's quite possibility that they'll announce more closer to
Oh,
the
yeah.
date. I think they did last year, or this year. It got me
Or they
confused now.
spent all their budget getting Rupert to come out.
Maybe.
You know,
Yeah.
he spent all his money on an ice cream truck, right?
Yes, it's awesome. And he drives, do you know this, Lee?
No.
He drives around the streets of where he lives. And he actually, because you've got to have a license to sell stuff like that to the public, he actually hands out free ice creams to the kids.
Awesome.
He will get a reputation.
Is it
I mean, so he's done that in like an Ed Sheeran music video, and that's about it, right?
I think the last film
What?
he did
No,
was...
he does that regularly. That's like what he does with his spare time.
Yeah, but what does he do with his full time?
Act.
Uh-huh.
What was the last thing he was
true.
in? That's
Probably
the
just
thing.
that. More.
I'm sorry, but once you've been a Weasley in, 8 movies?
Yeah, I suppose.
I don't think he really needs to worry about money anymore.
Probably not.
Yeah.
It's I call it the Star Wars effect. Only like one of those people did not have their career ruined by appearing in these series of films.
Yeah. It's not
All right,
really a
so-
surprise, sorry, that the Hunter, that he's turned up because he's the only one that kind of lent his voice to Gringotts, isn't he? Is that right?
Yeah, that's
It's
why
not
it's
Daniel
surprising
Radcliffe,
this
is
is
it?
his first year. He's still
Yeah.
kind of embracing it.
Yeah.
Creative talent also set to appear includes Pierre Bahana,
Yep, if
Yep.
you say so.
We'll go
all
with
right,
that.
head prop maker for the Harry Potter film franchise, Paul Harris, I know that name,
Yeah.
the world's only wand combat choreographer, and designers Eduardo Lima and Mirafora Mina
Yep.
of Mina Lima, who established the visual graphic style of the Harry Potter film. They're the ones that did all the signage last year, right?
Yeah, and they did all the stuff for like the Daily Prophet and the Quibbler and stuff in the films, if I am not mistaken.
That is
$80
correct.
for a small piece.
80. I think it was like a 180 for a small piece.
Wow.
And then going up steeply from there.
Wow.
A celebration of Harry Potter will take place from January 29th to the 31st of 2016 at Universal Orlando, and guests will enjoy 3 days of incredible experiences, including Q&A sessions with the stars of the movies, special panels, and demonstrations with creative talent, and access to the Harry Potter Expo, where fans can enjoy the Sorting Hat experience, an interactive mini tour from Warner Brothers Studios Tour London, and more. Access to a celebration of Harry Potter is included with regular theme park admission or with an annual pass, but with admission to certain activities being granted on a first-come, first-served basis. While most of the activities for a celebration of Harry Potter will be open to all Universal Orlando Park guests and will take place at both Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios Florida theme parks, guests who purchase the exclusive event vacation package will enjoy certain special benefits and reserved sections for the panels and demonstrations. For more information, visit universalorlando.com to find out more.
Cool.
It's definitely becoming their Star Wars weekends.
Good.
That's the problem. They're not expanding it out to be a Star Wars
Yeah.
weekend.
No.
Well, hopefully
Especially
they will.
considering weekends is gone now, they should really capitalize on that slot where it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
It's a lot of the same, but it's kind of cool the mini tour from the Warner Brothers Studio Tour, which means we'll get to see some real props over here, which is neat.
Oh, that tour is amazing. It is absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think the fact that Rupert Grint's showing up this year is gonna boost attendance quite a bit as well this year. So.
Yeah, all the little girlies will be there.
Yeah.
Well, the first 2 years, they essentially had the same guests. And this year,
Yeah.
to get one of the main trio, I think
Yeah.
that's a big thing.
But then saying that, they had Michael Gambon last year. All right, apparently he was out of it for most of it, but he was there, you know?
Yeah.
He just kind of grabbed people and yelled at them.
Apparently he had no clue what was going on.
Oh wow.
Right.
Robbie Coltrane is his name, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to show up and then ended up getting sick right before, right?
Yeah, I know. I think he
Oh,
flew
yes.
and he took ill on the airplane,
He
didn't
was
he?
quite ill, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
Yeah. So,
It's a shame.
It is, because he's quite a big, and everyone loves Hagrid.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, Darren, I know the last couple of years you weren't as hot on it. This sounds like more of the same.
Yeah, I think it's better for Universal to have some of the new. I mean, to have some new people showing up there, and that, like I said, the studio tour with props will bring in a lot. But there is a lot of it that is pretty much exactly the same. The expo itself, the people from behind the scenes that present, those are the same people that have been going the last 2 years. So, yeah. So
Now,
people
it'll
that
be
made a big effort to go before, I don't know if they'll come back for it.
Yeah.
Now, it'll be really cool when we get Fantastic Beasts to come out just to see if the event changes at all, if they're
Yes.
going to have to introduce some of that newer stuff, or maybe we'll get some kind of like what they were doing with Star Wars Weekends, maybe like Q&A sessions and maybe footage. I think there's a little bit more they can do there because here they have, everything Harry Potter is kind of not come and gone, but the book series and the film series is already wrapped up.
Right.
Especially
So they
with
need some current.
Fantastic Beasts being based in the US as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Cool.
definitely.
I'd go if we were over there. But then I'm a
It's a
Harry
bit short
Potter geek.
notice now, though, isn't it?
It's cold then as well.
Seriously, where do you live?
I don't care. It wouldn't
warmer
be the
than
same
here.
going
It's
over there.
always
When it's
warmer than
cold,
here.
It'd be weird.
Don't care, it's over there. Anyway, so Halloween Horror Nights may well be over, but if you haven't heard it yet, go back into the feed to listen to Darren Lee and I talk about this year's event. But get comfortable, because it's 2 hours.
Oh, and it was awesome.
It was, and we
felt
could have talked for a lot longer, I think,
It felt so good to sit and talk about it.
and get all excited again. And,
Yeah, that was the problem.
I know.
It
It was
always
good.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Hunter and Darren are planning to get together with Chris Ripley soon to talk about the event even more, woohoo, as well as discussing Chris's book.
Good evening. Don't be a zombie in the houses. Count the rats on the rat. Count the rats on the rat lady and find out all the latest fantastic details of Halloween Horror Nights past and present. Get your copy now of the best-selling Halloween Horror Nights, the unofficial story and guide. The unofficial story and guide behind the world's greatest Halloween event today. Find it on Amazon as a paperback or for the Kindle.
So carrying on the news, Universal's 25th anniversary concert series ends this weekend with Carly Rae Jepsen
Yes?
performing on Friday the
You know who she
27th.
is.
I have no idea.
Wasn't that Call Me Maybe?
You still say that. I still have no idea what it is.
Right.
Don't call me baby. That one. No. I don't know
that's
it then.
Baby, not Maybe.
Whatever. Don't call me maybe then. Don't call me maybe.
You had like 20 years
I
out
don't
of the
know.
loop there, do you?
Is she a American Idol thing? No,
I don't know. I don't watch American
think so.
Idol.
I have no
Something like
idea.
that.
I know the name, but that's about it. And then wrapping up the event is Daughtry performing on Saturday the 28th. He's there all the time.
Universal Orlando Resort has launched a new ticket entitled the Hero Ticket that's just for Florida residents.
This doesn't apply to you two, even though you're Florida residents.
Right.
Darn.
Offers are available for a limited time only and include a 3-day base ticket, which is access to one theme park per day for $129.99 plus tax per person. There is a 3-day park-to-park ticket, which is obviously access to both theme parks on each day, for $163.99 plus tax per person. There's a 2-day ticket, access to one theme park per day, for $119.99 plus tax per person. And finally, there's a 2-day park-to-park ticket, again, access to both parks on each day, $153.99 plus tax per person. Now, there are block-out dates that apply to all tickets. And the Hero ticket must be purchased by December the 14th, and all park days must be used by January the 31st. Now, the blackout dates are December the 18th through to January the 2nd.
So most
Wow.
of December then.
Yeah. So you kind of get a couple of days and then 3 weeks.
Still not bad.
Okay.
What's the normal
Oh, I
price
know.
of a
Well-
2-day ticket? Does anyone know?
For Florida residents, I didn't think it was much more than that.
Yeah. So this offer is only available online at universalorlando.com. And Florida residents can also save $50 on a 2-night getaway that includes holiday accommodation for 2 nights, a 2-day park-to-park ticket, and early theme park admission. So there you have it.
I'm not going to comment at the moment because I want to actually find out what the normal
I know.
ticket prices are.
I'm waiting for somebody to tell me.
Florida resident tickets.
Park to park, $166.99 for a 2-day ticket.
Fair saving there.
$176 for a 3-day.
Park to park. So it's about a $13 saving.
Yeah.
So that's what, a couple of bottles of water.
I suppose
yeah.
it's still money in your pocket, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Which you're going to spend in the
I
park.
agree with you, Lee.
Yeah, it's all it's all money
I
you
know,
don't have
it
to
is.
spend. So they don't have to do it. So whatever.
This is true.
Well, maybe they do have to do it. That's
Well,
Maybe.
possibly,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep. And over on the other coast, Universal Studios Hollywood have finally released their annual pass information. There are 3 options. You got the Gold Pass that's available for $2.99 and includes 312 select days of fun. Option 2, the California Resident Plus Pass. This is available for $1.99 and invites members to enjoy 244 days of select fun. I almost, it does sound a little totalitarian anyways.
I like that better. You're only allowed 244 days of select fun. You can go in all year round, but you've only got 244 days where you can only do so much stuff in the park.
There are
The
certain
rest
courses
of the
that do
time,
not
like,
dare
they just
smile
have-
on this ride.
Yeah. They have
it's
annoying
just
people follow
burning
you.
oil drums.
Yeah, you can't go on that today.
Option 3 is the California Resident Pass. This is available for $139 and includes 182 days of select fun. To learn more about the annual pass options, please visit universalstudioshollywood.com/tickets.
But don't have too much fun doing it.
I
No.
know,
Only on select days.
Dr. Ian Malcolm was complaining when he tried to get his annual pass a while back that
Sorry.
they weren't doing anything, and it's so at least they've obviously
Yes.
finally decided what they're doing for when the Wizarding World of Harry Potter opens. But I mean,
Yes.
I don't know what the annual pass prices were before this. But $300, does that seem bad?
Yeah, and what's interesting is they don't have like a year-round option like we do.
Yeah,
It looks like they always have a blackout for certain times.
that does seem a bit weird. It's very weird amounts of days as well. Like 54 days missing out of even the top level pass. That's a
Yeah.
lot. It's 2.5 months.
Yep.
That's really
I'm
odd.
guessing at least a month during the summer and at least a couple of weeks around Christmas.
That park is incredibly, incredibly small, though.
Yeah, you think they're going to add a lot more capacity in it when the Wizarding World opens, though. And then what else?
Do something.
But with that little bit of added capacity, think of all the extra guests that are coming in to try to see it.
What are they
True.
getting in Hogsmeade ride-wise? Is it just Forbidden Journey?
I saw a meet and greet with a hippogriff. So it sounds like
Really?
it's going to be Buckbeak's audio animatronic, and that's about it.
Ooh.
No, we're expecting that to be kind of donkey-esque. Obviously, it's not going to talk, but is it going to be that level of animatronic, or is it
I wonder if you have to bow to it.
probably? That'd be quite
That'd be
cool,
cool.
actually.
It'd be even cool if it didn't bow back to everybody.
But yeah, they're only getting the one attraction, which is Forbidden Journey, which from what we've heard, other than the 3D, is going to be just a straight part of the one that's in
Okay.
Japan and Orlando. And the capacity on that's not fantastic. All right, in Orlando, you've only got Hippogriff and Dragon Challenge, and neither of them are ever past like a 10 or 15 minute wait, so... Seems a weird one.
Yeah, definitely.
Time will
Before
tell.
we move on to anything else in the news, something you didn't put in here, but I thought it was interesting is have we talked about the Skyplex situation on the show yet?
No, I was personally, I was trying to steer clear of it, but go on.
Why? It's news. Universal's involved. I
Yeah,
think
go on
people
then.
should know.
Tracy, do you know
All right.
about this?
Don't think so.
Yeah, so there's a proposed building on International Drive called Skyplex. It's 500 feet tall and has a roller coaster wrapping around it.
Oh, right, yes.
You know
yes,
about
I
the
do.
pole-
Yes, the
Tallest
pole coaster. Yeah.
coaster,
It's the guy who owns Mangoes down in Miami that's opening it up.
I believe. Well, who wants to open it up?
Joshua Wallach, I do believe his name is.
Yeah. But they're getting strong opposition from certain community leaders and the Universal Studios, and there's a lot of weird like conspiracy backstory kind of stuff that makes it seem like the county commissioners got some like extra funds from Universal, and then shortly after that they voted on this, and they voted to get more information and did not allow it to pass. One big thing is it would show up in Universal Skyline. So when you're in the parks in Universal Studios Florida, you'd have this towering coaster in the skyline next to Rip Ride Rocket that is not actually part of the park.
Right, because as far as I'm aware, it's being built on the corner of iDrive where Perkins is.
Oh,
Yeah.
get rid of Perkins.
So it's that they've bought it. Apparently, I was listening to,
It's a shame.
I'll give Ken a shout out, the Orlando Tourism Report, and they had the guy on, Joshua Wallach, and they were talking about it, saying that he bought that Perkins, but he had to buy 8 Perkins in total to be able to get that plot of land.
Oh yeah.
So it's not that close to Universal, really.
And the Skyplex will also feature the world's largest Perkins as well.
Yeah, well, you can keep
Oh,
it.
goody.
Because we walked
Yeah.
out of there the last time we went in
Yes,
after
everybody's
20
heard
minutes.
the story.
Obviously, Universal's. I think they're playing the card that people can see it inside the park. I think as a weak thing. I think what it is they want Volcano Bay. When that volcano comes up, they said it's going to be 200 feet tall. They want that to be the thing that everybody sees when they're driving down there. But you're not. Your eyes are going to be drawn straight to Skyplex. At 500 feet, Jesus, you look how tall the eye is, and it's got to be taller than that.
Oh yeah, the eye is 325 feet.
Yeah, so it's massive, but I think they're looking at it the wrong way. I think they feel it's going to draw tourism away from Universal, and it won't. Like, I would go to Skyplex, but would it stop me?
It would be a supplemental thing. No, I think the big problem that Universal has with it is they've had a strict cap of 200 feet on all their
Yes.
attractions.
Okay.
Yes, that makes sense.
So for this new guy to come into town and build a 500 foot attraction, and all the rules that were given to Universal is because of the residential areas that are very close by. So this is going to be like in everybody's skyline basically when it goes up, and it's kind of a weird fit for what's there, because if you think about what's around it, it's a bunch of like small little gift shops.
Yeah.
And restaurants and things like that. There's nothing else big there, and I don't think the road has capacity to handle something like that.
No,
Well,
it's
this
it's a
is-
very busy junction, that.
This is the thing. I know he was saying that he's wanting to, by putting this complex in and bringing Mangoes and all this other stuff in there to really, because it seems like the south end of iDrive's had a real revitalization with iDrive 360 and all that sort of stuff that's down there. He's wanting this Skyplex to be the catalyst to do the same sort of makeover on the north side of iDrive. So it's getting people on board to help bring businesses in. And like one of the things he wanted to do was to get people out of cars. So the problem is with iDrive is if you want to go there, so you'll go there and you'll drive, and then you might want to go somewhere else on iDrive and you will drive there, which is putting more cars on the road. What he wants to create is an area of shops and restaurants and attractions that people can park in one location and then walk to everywhere else and get those cars off the road to try and alleviate that congestion and have a more vibrant area with people walking around rather than being stuck in the cars. And it does need, I mean, I love iDrive because we've spent a lot of time on our trips at that end of iDrive, so it has a real soft spot in my heart for it just because it's where I've always been. But it is very tacky, that end.
Yeah. It's going to look like Biff's Pleasure Paradise Casino.
Well, there you
when
go,
that thing
Darren.
opens up. I'm going to go down there and, with my barrel lit on fire.
Because I know they're inviting people. Is there a planning meeting? I want to say it's December the 1st. And they're inviting people to go on and sign the petition if you want to be basically in opposition of Universal and get this thing built. I can't remember what the actual website and stuff is for it.
I'm kind of surprised that Universal doesn't support it and try to go with it and then have, use that as an argument to have the ability to build their attractions taller. If they wanted to do something bigger like that. But yeah.
This is that problem they've got being where they are. Disney doesn't have this opposition down at Disney World because they own the entire area.
Yeah, so they control their skyline for sure.
But it's only going to surely renovating that end of iDrive is only going to bring more people to that. People look at it wrong. I don't understand why it has to be one or the other.
I know.
I don't get it. I know we've always come up, everyone always ribs me for being Universal over Disney, and I'll be honest with you now, right? I'll come out and say it, that I'm looking forward to coming back to Orlando because I feel we need to go to Disney again.
It was nice to have that break. That's what we needed to want to go back.
I think you need that.
You need that
switch
break
between the two. I think it was a lot of the comments that we made about Universal was because we spent too much time there. We didn't have a break from it. But
yeah, I did 18 years I think it was between visits, and that was perfect. It was really cool.
That was a really good time period. I recommend it to everyone.
Yeah.
But I'm actually looking forward to going back to Disney next time we come over. But it all works together to bring people into the area. And for the amount of money that Universal may think they'll lose by people going to something like Skyplex. I mean, I'd be interested to see if they've seen any dropout over the Eye and iDrive 360, because I bet they haven't, and they haven't opposed that.
Yeah.
So it's
but is that ever open?
We never put it this way. We never saw it going when we were there.
No.
Yeah, have not seen it going very often.
No. Before we move on to the next bit then, after that, I'm going to throw a rumour out there. The biggest rumour at the moment going around, I don't know whether you guys have heard this, but apparently Toon Lagoon's next on the chopping block. Anybody?
Secret Life of Pets.
That's the one.
No, from what I understood, that's not Toon Lagoon, that's just the Matt Hoffman Theater. It's going to get repurposed.
I heard all of Toon Lagoon.
Which, honestly, why would they shut down those two perfectly good attractions when they can just demolish the theater and use that for Pet Dark Ride?
I don't know, but where does it fit? They're already kind of ruining the theme of islands by putting Kong in kind of where it is. Why would they
It's an animated film. It's a cartoon.
Not really in the same league.
Regardless of how we look at it, Toon Lagoon needs some sort of relevant presence.
Yeah, but just by
that land's going to survive.
But just by putting a dark ride in of a new attraction doesn't detract from the rest of that land.
No, not saying that at all. I'm just saying for the modern, not the children audience, but I guess they play a good part into that. For that to even be a focus point, they've got to put something for a current property in there.
Oh, agreed. I'd rather see it just drop the whole thing and start again.
Yeah.
See, I think that as far as solution-wise, that's going to be the best compromise, though, because then we're going to get our classic attractions like Dudley and Popeye, and we could still have something new.
Okay. But
I would say they need to overhaul Toon Lagoon and put in newer, I don't know,
Yes.
comic strips or
Yeah.
cartoons. I mean, I think
Relevant
Darren brought
ones.
up Cartoon Network last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that would be.
I'm now trying to think who's on Cartoon Network because I see all
Well,
the channels with the kids. Or with Jade.
I mean, you have things that are really, really popular now, like, I don't know, Adventure Time. I think Adventure Time could
Yeah.
be a great
Oh,
water
God.
attraction.
That's incredibly relevant. Isn't
And I
it?
think that's one of those that it's oddball enough that it'll appeal to kids and adults.
Yeah,
If they
and
had,
the audience for that show definitely speaks to that, too.
Yeah.
Yep. And if they have to retheme either of those rides, it's not that difficult to do
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
if they
No.
wanted to. And
No.
then, and
Yeah.
just overhaul, like take everything out as far as their displays and what they have going on in there. And yeah,
But I
switch it out
mean,
for current
how
properties.
I mean, I know it'd be expensive, but it couldn't be too expensive to put static or lightly moving characters from, well, the example we're going to use now is Adventure Time and put that over Popeye, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
that would support that raft style attraction pretty well, actually, the more I think about it.
Yeah. Now, the only thing I would think is it's so popular that they'd want to make something bigger with it.
Yeah, probably.
Like a simulator, 3D.
Yeah, something screen based might be good.
We'll get to that.
I was going to say was if they keep things like cartoon in the cartoon realm, it's not going to be that big a change, is it? No, liquor paint. You keep your bright colours. You've got all your zany shapes and things like that. You just
Exactly.
It's just a new overlay, isn't it?
They need something in there other than water rides. That's the problem. We've talked about it so many times on this show that if you're not in the mood or just purely don't ride water rides, you're not going to spend any time in that area. We didn't last time we were there. We didn't ride any of the water rides other than me and the kids went on Jurassic Park once. So we literally, it's a walkthrough from Marvel.
I think it was
to
my fault though, because I was sick.
Hogsmeade.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which brings up 30% of that park. Most people just walk straight on through, except in the summer months.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say I'm actually doing an article for the blog at the moment on my feelings about Islands of Adventure. And funny, a lot of the things we've already said there have come up in it. It's a park in desperate need of something.
Are we going to be getting divorced?
Jesse, you said you didn't enjoy it that much last time
no,
either.
but there's some areas that are very precious to me.
I know.
Tread carefully, dear.
That doesn't mean it couldn't do with some love.
I think Popeye is still. I think enough people know Popeye for it to be
Yes.
culturally
Yeah.
relevant. But I think Dudley ultimately needs the overhaul.
Yeah.
If either of those attractions get it. However,
And what's
I
great
think
about it, what's great
Go
about
ahead.
Dudley is it's barely
Fitted
done up
anyways.
at all.
Yeah.
So they have,
Yeah, that'd be
it'd
really
be very easy to tear that out and put something new in
Yeah.
there.
You see, Popeye, I'm really surprised that hasn't been brought up to date.
There's supposed to be a new film coming out, isn't there? I remember having Jim Hill on a year or so ago, and he was saying that there was a new one in the works.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking. Although saying that, I've just seen the new series of Scooby Doo, and I really just wanted to go and hang myself.
Now, the choice of, I mean, we've talked about it before, but the choice of comic properties they've put in there are very, very puzzling, too. Due to other sponsorships or whatever, that's why we don't have Peanuts or Garfield
Yeah.
or any of those characters either.
Because there was very few we'd heard. We knew Marmaduke and Blondie, but Dagwood.
Yeah,
but that's
Hagar-
how old is that?
Hagar and stuff.
Hagar.
But
See, Beetle Bailey's not something.
And
that
I didn't
we're familiar
even
with.
think about that, but to an international audience, how many of them know these American comic strip
No,
characters?
Exactly.
How many Americans
Especially
know them?
considering,
Yeah.
to be fair.
The thing is, I know from rumours and stuff I've read and people I've spoken to that they were literally scratching around for characters like weeks before that land opened, and it was just they were getting anything they could get the rights to.
See, who's Kathy?
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
Her ice cream's really good, but I don't
it's
know
not.
who she is.
It's Ben and Jerry's, and they have basic,
never used to
boring
be.
flavours. But come on, Ben and Jerry's, you've got all those flavours, and you sell us bloody vanilla.
And we've kind of gone through the top three just there, and they don't have either of those properties. They don't have the Peanuts characters.
No.
They don't have Garfield, and they don't have, who'd I'd argue is number one for me, but number 3 on this list would be Calvin and Hobbes.
Yes. Yeah. See, isn't Peanuts owned by a Japanese company? 'Cause there is a,
Peanuts is part of Knott's Berry Farm, isn't it?
well, I know there's a
They're also
massive,
part of Cedar Fair. Is that right?
Yeah, that's who owns Knott's Berry Farm, isn't it?
there's a massive
Is it?
park
Okay.
dedicated
so.
to it in Japan.
All right.
Because there's all Snoopy stuff and Charlie Brown, and they go mad for it. They go mad for everything over there.
Now, just curious, say they do an overhaul and they theme it to the Sesame Street characters like they have done out in Japan.
No.
That be a good fit?
Nope.
That's
Okay.
too young an audience.
Go
I think.
down to Busch Gardens for that.
And I think then because they don't want to be that like the Disney park, do they? They want to be that age bracket.
But
slightly.
they won. Yeah, I think they missed the boat. Pardon the pun. You know, we talked about before. It should have been SpongeBob. The
Yeah.
whole area
Yeah.
should have been SpongeBob.
Yep.
But even when Islands of Adventure, I mean, SpongeBob was on its first season by the time that came out.
But it's still been popular for how long after that?
Still popular now.
I wouldn't say it's as popular as it was, but 6 years ago, it was still pretty massive. You could have. Well, I suppose they've just had the movie out, haven't they? So
I still watch it.
is it still? Are they still making new episodes of it?
Not
It's
sure.
very, very sporadic, but they do.
So that
It's not a season-based thing. It's more like a special thing.
you know, can you look at what Universal are doing as far as themed lands at the moment, with restaurants being one of the sort of linchpins of it? The Krusty Krab would have been perfect in there. It would have been perfect
The
for a
Chum Bucket.
SpongeBob area.
This is
And
Puff's
almost in
driving
the
to
sense
school.
that the Krusty Krab, if they would have put it over in Kids Zone, could have almost been an extension of Springfield with that food
Yeah.
boulevard.
Well, what's the pizza place, which I hadn't
Kids
even
Zone
really
Pizza.
realised was there.
Well, Nina sent us an email in ages ago saying that's what they should do, didn't she?
They're missing
Yeah.
a big trick
I
there.
think they are, especially with the amount of like those highly themed restaurants they're doing now. I think they're missing a trick, but
But now it might make sense because who knows if that stays there? Maybe that does move over.
I was going to say, yeah, maybe
because
they've
if
got a
that's
bigger
all
plan.
going Nintendo.
yeah,
I wonder then if they just tested the water with that one thing.
the store pans.
Yeah, just that could have been just let's see
Maybe.
how this is received. You never know.
So let's say we flop it from what we've talked about previously. Does Toon Lagoon become Mushroom Kingdom? And Kid Zone becomes Hyrule if they decide to go the Zelda route?
I think
I don't know.
from the rumors I've heard, Kids Zone is going to be Nintendo.
Okay.
Talking to people who kind of keep, and I know the guys at Parkscope are pretty adamant that it's going to be in Kids Zone.
In a very, very selfish way, I wish they'd hold on to that property and just use it for a third park. And really give it its due. Because I think they could do an island the size of Jurassic Park with all of the Nintendo properties.
Probably, well, quite easily.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that Kids Zone's big. It doesn't look it from the
No,
outside,
it's-
but once you get into it, it's huge.
Especially if they use some of that backspace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I know we could talk about this forever.
Oh, yes, well, I'm
we
sure we
really
could.
could. 'Cause we like our blue sky, don't we? Let's just pop on over to Hogsmeade, shall we, and meet Maureen for Autism in the Park.
Hi, this is Maureen Deal with Autism at the Parks, and I'm reporting from Universal Orlando Resort for the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. And today I'm in Hogsmeade at Islands of Adventure. And I wanted to mention an area that is out of the way if your family member needs to take a break. There's not many out of the way spots in Hogsmeade, but one of them is the picnic area behind the Three Broomsticks restaurant. Now, it is outside, so you're still subject to the elements of weather, but it's not usually very crowded, and you can take a break under the umbrellas, have lunch, eat a snack, and just get out of the big crowds if needed. And this has been Maureen Deal for the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, signing off from Islands of Adventure.
Don't tell him, Maureen. That's like one of my little refuges. I don't want that to be ruined.
This is true. Well, thank you anyway, Maureen, even if Darren's not very happy about it.
Oh, I just wanted to mention this on the show. This reminded me, speaking of quiet and out and away places, Universal's been doing the Ask Universal thing on Twitter.
Okay.
Somebody tweeted and asked about the Navigators Club. Apparently that is team members only,
Oops.
officially.
Apparently me,
Yeah.
Darren, Tracy, the kids, and Nina are team members then.
Just in case anyone was curious, I saw it posted in the annual pass holders group, but it originally came from Twitter too.
Thing is, they're not going to go out and say, yeah, crack on, because everyone would be
Yes.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they don't advertise the immigration tour, they don't advertise, the booth tour or anything like that because they don't want it flooded.
Mm-hmm.
All it would take is one little chain that says "Do not enter."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have that. So
Nope.
Yep, more fool them. Right, let's take a break.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 8th wonder of the world is returning to Universal Orlando Resort. So let our friends at Fairy Godmother Travel take care of the resort reservation. They are a Universal Parks and Resorts specialist, as well as being an authorised Disney vacation planner, and their service is free to you. From the awesome Cabana Bay Hotel to those other hotels run by a mouse, Fairy Godmother Travel can book all your Orlando vacation needs. So you don't need to miss the chance to see the amazing King Kong in the flesh. And please make sure to let them know that you heard about Fairy Godmother Travel because of UUOP. Because every UUOP referral helps us to continue to bring you the greatest Universal coverage. Contact them today by phone at 832-284-4002 or toll free at 888-939-642539 or go to fairygodmothertravel.com.
Let Fairy Godmother Travel make your next vacation magical.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
Welcome back. Now, one of the things that Lee forgot to include in our trip report last week was his revelation on the amount of screen-based attractions now in the parks.
Yeah, I'd kind of, when we were talking about it before, in the show before the trip report, I'd kind of mentioned it and then never got round to it, but because we spent so much time in the parks this time, it really did become obvious that how many screen-based attractions are at Universal, and I've always sort of buried my head in the sands over it, and I've had people ribbing me about it all the time. Andy's always been one that's always poked fun at me for kind of not seeing it, but because it was like you walk in and you go, Despicable Me, Shrek. Let's add in Jimmy Fallon, Fast and the Furious, Gringotts, Simpsons, Terminator 2 3D, Transformers. It's actually concerning me a little. I've never really seen it up until this last trip, and I was like, is this where we're going? I was actually talking to Craig Lucas, and as he runs the Diz After Dark Twitter account, he put a poll out on Twitter last week asking, has Universal Orlando become the first virtual theme park? And 63% of their repliers said yes.
Well, that is a primarily Disney-based podcast. And
This is
true. That's very true.
That's a go-to for them.
Yeah.
But it's a little worrying that seems to be the way they're going with everything.
Yeah.
Including Kong.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know exactly what that's going to be. We still don't know whether there's going to be some sort of animatronic in there.
But let's go.
Still, one audio animatronic does not cover for 98% of the rest of the attraction.
What are you going to say,
Right.
Darren?
Well, let's go through it really quick. Lee, what's your favorite ride at Universal?
Honestly, Men in Black.
Okay. Well, that's true. Other than Men in Black.
Yeah.
That one's special.
Transformers, probably. It's funny, I was thinking about this. My top 3 has actually changed. That Transformers is probably my second favourite attraction.
Yeah, same here.
And then what's your third?
Probably Forbidden Journey.
Okay. So there you go. 2 out of 3 screen-based attractions are your favorite ones there. Hunter, is it the same for you?
Revenge of the Mummy is my number 1. Number 2, at this point, I'd probably go with Men in Black.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably Forbidden Journey. And then Jurassic Park's probably right behind it.
He said 3, not 4.
I know. I'm just saying.
He's always contrary, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, and then of course mine, like Transformers is my number 1. Men in Black is up there as well. But Spider-Man is another one that's really high up there for me as well. That's just the way technology is going. I think at best you're going to see is like Forbidden Journey, like a mix of screen-based and prop-based. through attractions like that. But you got to go with the times. Animatronics are difficult, like look at all the recent attempts, like look at Everest.
Yeah.
Like that thing will literally shake the entire ride building apart if they operate.
I think that's unfair to say, though, because we do have our attractions that are 40 years old that are Haunted Mansion, and I do not get the sense of magic or whimsy that I would from that in comparison to like a Gringotts or even Forbidden Journey.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah,
there,
look
now, the audio
that's-
animatronics don't have to be Jack Sparrow every single time.
No.
They could be simple figures.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not having to look down 3D glasses every single time to experience that attraction.
Right, no, and that makes sense. But would you want every attraction to be like that? Like,
No,
would you want
but
a Transformers attraction that acts like Haunted Mansion?
not by any means. But when 90% of your attractions act like Transformers, I think that's where the problem's coming from.
The problem is you look at Universal Studios Florida and how many non-screen based attractions is there? I mean, I reeled off all the ones that are, but how many non-screen based attractions have you got? The Mummy, Men in Black.
I think
Ride
the
Rockets.
most successful attractions
And
are the
that's
ones that
about it.
integrate both, right?
Like Forbidden Journey, for me, does it perfectly. That's what it should be, because there's enough
Absolutely.
physical stuff in there,
Yeah,
and
you
the
do feel
screens
like-
supplement those things that you couldn't do any other way.
Because you do get the feeling that you're on a thrill ride at times.
Gringotts, I enjoyed it, and it got better the more I rode it. But as I said on the trip report, it didn't feel like it didn't feel different from riding something like Transformers or Spider-Man.
It's two stop start.
I
That's the
think
problem with
the
it.
problem with Gringotts, though, is them essentially dumbing down the attraction to make it for all ages, though.
Yeah, you could be right.
Which you
I
can't
think
blame
they
them.
could have
'cause-
done a lot more with that if they would have aimed the thrill factor a little bit more. I think we would have viewed it a lot higher.
But I think they
Because
won.
there are physical props there and there are physical sets.
Yeah.
It's not just a Transformers.
But I think one of the biggest complaints they got over Hogsmeade was that there wasn't an attraction in there that didn't have a height restriction on it. And I think for all Gringotts still has, it's a lot lower than those, and that's what they wanted to try and get away from. So you can't blame them. They want more people. They don't want to alienate those people who have got smaller kids for going, well, we can't go in there because there's nothing for them to do.
But there is things for you to do. And you know as a parent, you're going to go through this phase where you have to tailor to your smaller group. People accept that. Don't dumb down to that.
Yeah.
The thing is, if it becomes a small person park, I'm looking for another park.
Yeah. That's not
You know,
universal, is it?
No, I want my thrill rides in amongst other things.
Yeah.
You know.
But you also don't want to become Epcot in the sense that 90% of the people walking through the gates are 21 plus, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to have that diversity there.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure we'd all be really, really disappointed if when they finally announce what they're going to do with Nintendo, if we get another 3D motion-based ride.
Yeah.
That's essentially crying out for an audio animatronic themed dark ride.
Definitely. Yeah. Like a great movie ride, Nintendo style.
I don't want Mario the Spider-Man experience.
No.
No.
You see,
No.
actually bringing Spider-Man up, while I was thinking about this yesterday, I found it quite interesting that what a juxtaposition that Islands of Adventure is compared to the studios, because you have two screen-based attractions in Islands of Adventure currently, Spider-Man and Forbidden Journey.
Yep.
Everything else is either a coaster or
Like a water ride or-
or like Jurassic Park, an animatronics, or the Cat in the Hat. You know, it's an old school attraction. Yeah, and like Forbidden Journey, as I said, that to me is the perfect amalgamation of physical and screen-based.
Now, I think the problem also lies with Universal. The truth is they haven't maintained their audio animatronic attractions very well whatsoever.
No.
I mean, look at E.T., look at Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
And those rides are all in really, really shoddy, poor states.
I didn't actually think E.T. was too bad. I actually quite enjoyed that when we rode it last time, and it didn't look bad.
I
To be fair,
think
though,
it's had
that
some
one's
work.
not underneath the bright lights that Cat in the Hat is, too.
Yeah.
Cat in the Hat's awful.
Yeah. As
And it
far as
has
that
been for a while.
Yeah, but that had a little bit of work since we were last
I
there.
don't think it's had anything done to it for a
Could've s-
long,
no,
long time.
I think it's had a touch up of paint jobs.
I think they've
And that
stopped
is
spinning.
something Disney capitalizes on, because when you think of Pirates and Haunted Mansion, those are all pretty dark rides.
Yeah.
And the thing is that Universal now have their own team whose job it is to upkeep all the attractions.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Islands just, again, I'll go back to the article I'm writing for the blog. It's just one of those things that it just seems like they're completely neglecting Islands of Adventure. Yes, they're redoing the Hulk. Yes, they're building Kong, but everything else just feels really dated
Tired.
and left. That park's had barely anything done to it in the 16 years that it's been around.
It's a time capsule.
It is very much, and it's sad because that park was. I can't say it is anymore because I don't feel it is. Was amazing, and it's not the same park anymore.
Do you think that's since the management change, like the
I suppose you've got a TV company.
What?
I suppose what do they
theme
do
park
well?
experience do they have?
Yeah, well, no, it's not necessarily that.
but
No, because that still comes down to the creative team. They're just throwing the money at them, but.
Yeah, but not if they don't understand what sort of budget needs to be thrown in what sort of department.
I think they know what they're doing money-wise.
But I mean, I think we all would be in agreement here. If they would have taken the money that they're going to put into Jimmy Fallon and put that into a Jurassic World attraction or overlay for River Adventure, that would have been a much, much more preferable solution.
Yeah. I mean, much as I wasn't a fan of Twister, I still think there was probably a couple of years left in that.
Yeah, maybe.
While they're kind of getting all the ducks in a row, as they say.
The thing is, it's not just Universal that are doing it. It's the theme park industry in general. You look at IAPA last week. They were showing off the VR headsets for roller coasters. It's the Triotech rides that they're putting in that was it Voyage to the Iron Reef at Knott's Berry Farms, a screen-based shooter. Ratatouille at Disneyland Paris is basically a trackless version of Spider-Man. But
then you have attractions coming out in Hong Kong, like Mystic Manor and everything, that very much prove that style of attraction is still alive. You just got to be willing to put the money into it to make it happen.
Yeah.
See, I'd suggest that a screen-based attraction is just an easy option for them. But I know it's not, because I know the amount of work that has to go into, like, literally pinpoint accuracy. Sorry, hitting the microphone there. Pinpoint accuracy for the 3D that's moving, and as cars are moving past, the amount of work that's got to go into it.
Yeah.
But if the clientele isn't really wanting it, because they're spending a lot of money on this screen-based stuff, that's money that could be spent elsewhere, keeping your clientele happy.
But then this is the complaint or the argument.
That's what I'm saying. Is it then? It's an easy option because they know what they're doing. They've got a system honed or something.
You've got to look at it from a point of view that you're saying, they could be putting the money elsewhere, but you put a screen-based attraction and your upkeep on that attraction is minimal. That's leaving you money that you're not spending maintaining that attraction that you can then spend elsewhere. And it's an awkward thing, but I think they need to get away from it a little bit, because everything they've announced moving forward is screen-based, and it's going to be, like Craig said, it's the first virtual theme park.
Which
it's worrying. I'm not saying it because I don't like it. They need to do something else.
Now, there's something that's just sprung to mind. Universal don't have the luxury of space. Screen-based rides have a much smaller footprint.
Yeah.
That's possibly also a factor.
It could be.
Well,
especially now that they've gone 2 levels.
The size of the ride they fit in Transformers into, though, or the size of the building they fit that into, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Have you seen the size of the, I think Parkscope posted like a Google map view of what the ride building is going to be like for Fast and Furious, and it is huge.
Yes, I saw, yes.
But they're using all that space, once again, for a screen-based attraction.
As far as we know.
But if we have any track record, they're going to import it from Hollywood.
I don't see how they can, because that's like a tiny little portion of their tram tour. I don't see how they're going to do a fully fledged ride in Orlando about that. But I honestly don't know what that's going to be. But I think we can pretty much bet our houses on it that it's going to have some sort of screen in it.
Probably.
It's just sad. I mean, Darren, you go more than the rest of us. How do you feel about it?
I don't know. I don't mind too much. Like I like that's what the argument I was making earlier is a lot of my favorite attractions there are screen based. I also love stuff like the Mummy, but as more and more years go on, the whole thing about theme park attractions and what they're trying to do, what they're striving for, is to make things as realistic as possible for you. Now, animatronics and props like that, without extremely high maintenance, it's very hard to make something realistic.
Yeah,
in my opinion. They can make characters that are much more lifelike and much more exciting and entertaining, like Transformers, for example. Like, in that ride, using that mix of the ride vehicles themselves and the motion and everything, along with the 3D and being able to create fluid animation for that, is what makes that ride what it is. And that is just the current high technology. Now, if they can come out with a easier to maintain animatronic, then maybe they would, gear more towards that for a new attraction.
Yeah.
But then there's also that matter of physical space, like Tracy said. That's a big thing, because look at the size of E.T.'s building. It's gigantic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For what's in it. It's pretty crazy, because everything has to be life-size full props,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're not talking, like I said earlier, I don't think every attraction requires a Captain Jack Sparrow style audio animatronic or a Wicked Witch of the West. But if you look at an attraction like Spaceship Earth as an example, where everything it's a great melding of the modern technology with the screens and the audio animatronics, that's where that ride really, really succeeds.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of that is nostalgia. Because I don't see, I don't know. And personally, I don't see a lot of kids coming off that ride going, "Oh, that's awesome," like today's youth.
Yeah.
Well,
grumble.
I'd just like to say I'm keeping quiet on that one because Lee has to drag me on it.
What? 18?
No.
Spaceship Earth.
I love Spaceship Earth. But then it's like you look
I'm asleep before we're up the first slope.
You looked at the saying that they're not really doing animatronics, but you look at Gringotts, and that queue has 8, 9 animatronics, but they've put them in the queue. Surely they could have done a little bit more and put them somewhere else in the attraction. I don't know how or where, but
maybe you're going back
is
up
more
the stairs.
successful as an experience in the queue than it is as a ride.
Yeah, but that's the perfect thing about those animatronics is the movement is extremely minimal.
Yes.
In there, like it's probably a lot easier to maintain because they don't move very much at all.
yeah.
I've got to say though, it's very effective because it's very disconcerting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to see them do more of what they've done with Forbidden Journey than what they've done with Gringotts. I know Thomas will agree. Yeah.
Now, it is very, very interesting when you compare the two theme parks, though, how Disney fans, for the most part, have rejected their screen-based attractions with the exception of Soarin'. Like, when you look at things like Mission Space, those attractions have essentially been left there, not to rot, but you can definitely see the popularity. Meanwhile, you have your Transformers and Gringotts, which are the most popular attractions at Universal. So it's two different mindsets as well, I think.
Oh, and talk about, too, Despicable Me, the one that has the consistent longest line in all of Universal.
That's just because it doesn't hold many people and it's just a bad loader. It's terrible, but...
Yeah, that's true. But
it worries me. Like I've said that Islands of Adventure desperately needs some love, but like I said, there's only 2 screen-based attractions in there. I hope they don't go down that route with the rest of it.
My first time being an Islands of Adventure, and like 6 months is when you guys were here. Just because there's no reason for me to go over there.
Yep.
Minus Forbidden Journey.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
Then you think about going, okay, there's a 20-minute wait, a 30-minute wait for King's Cross, and you go over, and then everything else is held up. Then you got your wait time for that. It just doesn't seem worth it to go all the way over there.
No,
especially considering last year or 2 years ago, we just had to walk out the front gate and walk over, and now it's like, the train line's too long. Guess I'm not visiting that park today.
Yeah, I mean, we spent little to no time in Islands of Adventure this time, which is weird because it's totally going against what we're talking about.
Yeah.
No. we probably spend the most amount of time in Hogsmeade and Zeus Landing.
But we did that when we went in 2013, but that wasn't because it was the only place, it was just because...
I know, but I'd spend all day in Zeus Landing.
I don't know what... I understand why they do it, because it's easy to maintain, it's cheap to implement.
It's good business sense.
It's easy to change out if they feel like they want to do that way. You know, they can do stuff like they've done with Star Tours where they can literally change it on the fly to make every experience different if they want to. And I'd be all for that. But when it's the same thing over and over again, I mean, yes, Spider-Man again is one that there's quite a few physical effects. I pointed out, and every time we go on it, because I love it, is the first scene when Spider-Man jumps down off the building and he jumps on the ladder and then onto the front of your car, that ladder is an actual ladder.
Yeah.
And just like the actual first scene with the dog transformer, that set's built around him, just like the front of that truck is.
Yeah, but I don't think it's as impressive as Spider-Man is. I think it's
or with the crates and the Statue of Liberty floating. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
There's a lot more screens without the physical in Transformers than there is in Spider-Man, but I prefer Spider-Man over Transformers. And I think that goes to kind of what Darren said is Universal get away with the animatronics because everything is a slow... or as a rule, a slow-moving dark ride, whereas Universal isn't about that. It's about the thrill. It's fast-moving attractions, and you can't do that with animatronics.
Now, you're talking about, swapping out films and stuff like that. Now, over in Disney, what's it called now? Is it still Hollywood Studios at the moment?
Yes.
We have Star Tours, whereas you don't know what ride you're actually getting.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's something I would actually welcome if we had to have another screen-based ride.
Make it so it's different every time you go on.
You've got a checklist. Haven't done this one. Haven't.
Yeah.
So for the completists of us out there, the OCD, we've got to keep going back because we want to tick every box.
Well, what is it, Hunter? I know they've just added stuff from episode 7. Is there something like 56 combinations?
I think it was 52, so maybe 56 now.
Yeah, because they've just added.
Because they just added Jakku.
But then you look at Toy Story Mania, they always said they were going to switch that out, where if, they could switch those scenes out. I think they've done it once. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they got rid of Bo Peep and added Trixie from Toy Story 3.
Yeah. So whether that'll change once Toy Story 4
The thing that kills me about Toy Story is it's so easy for them to just do a holiday overlay. And people would kill for that, and they don't do it.
That's, do you know what? Another massive trick being missed. I'd kill for that.
Mm-hmm. That's where the screen-based stuff could come in when you can literally change it on the fly, like in a moment's notice. It's not like you have to pull the ride down for a few weeks or a month. You literally change the film out overnight.
Now, how hard would it be for them to shut down Men in Black for 2 or 3 days and go in and add Santa hats and things like that to some of those figures?
But I think that probably...
That's what they do to Jungle Cruise, let's be honest.
The problem with that probably is it comes down to Sony because it's not their property.
Do you know what? They could probably do that overnight.
Yeah, they could, but again, it's that problem with Universal being licensed properties. It's whether they're allowed to or not. So it's the same reason why you don't see overlays in Hogsmeade or Diagon Alley.
So in other words...
Big Santa hat on the T-Rex and call it a day.
So in other words, the parent companies don't have sense of humour then?
Probably not.
And no sense of nostalgia. Hello? No, I'm not going to go there.
Well, because what do they do for the holidays as far as attractions? Is it just Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know what they should do with Toon Lagoon. Permanent Christmas area.
Now, Universal, and not to get too far off topic, but Universal doesn't have the budget that Disney does for them to make not a mistake attraction, but a failed attraction,
Mm-hmm.
We just talked about Mission Space, and then we can even go back to like Extraterrestrial and things like that. Those are very, very fondly looked upon by the theme park community, with the exception of Mission Space. But they're, in the general public, those are considered flops. Like, nobody did them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Universal can't really afford to put the space and put that budget out for something they know that's not going to be a hit attraction.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So maybe it's more of them playing it safe by doing, hey, Spider-Man, Transformers, Gringotts, they're all the same thing, but people like them, so let's do another one.
I know, but safe's boring.
Possibly.
The main thing that they need to do is if they can find a way to use screen-based attractions and also innovate at the same time,
That's going to be the important thing. Innovating, making the next big thing.
Like they did with Forbidden Journey. That was, I think that's the problem with everything that's come after it. That raised the bar so high that everything beyond that, everyone looks at that as, right, that's the comparison. Yeah. So when Gringotts get built, you compare Gringotts to Forbidden Journey and go, it's good, but it's no Forbidden Journey.
When your seasonal Halloween attractions have more audio animatronics than your new e-ticket attraction, I think that's a problem.
Yep.
Right. Another topic we've soapboxed, I think.
It's nice to have a debate like that every now and again, and it just worries me the way things are going.
I know. But we are fast running out of time, dear.
I know.
You can carry on once we've wrapped up.
Sorry, that's my cat.
Is that the fifth member of the team?
Yeah, he's enjoying. Oh.
Also hates mice. There we go.
Well, we are swiftly approaching the end of the year, so don't forget you can still sway the vote in our top 5 worst attractions at Universal Orlando Resort even.
Yeah, you've got 2 weeks to get them in because we're going to do it on episode 173.
Yeah. So you can let us know your top 5 worst attractions by emailing them to podcast@uuopodcast.com. So, for Lee, Maureen, Darren, Hunter, and Pusscat, whose name I don't know.
Samson.
Oh yeah, and me. See ya. This has been the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, and we'll catch you next time.
Well, that wraps up another unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube. Just search the word UUO Podcast. We'd love to hear from you, so if you've seen something hilarious in the parks, let us know for our Funny Schmidt segment. And if you've had a great experience with a team member, we want to hear about that too. So to get in touch with us, email us at podcast@uuopodcast.com or record us a message at speakpipe.com/uuopodcast. Please subscribe to us on iTunes and rate and review the show. That would be amazing. Not an Apple user? No problem. You can find us on Stitcher, at uuopodcast.libsyn.com, as well as many other podcast apps. And don't forget to check out our sponsors, Fairy Godmother Travel, for all your Universal vacation needs. So until next time, be adventurous.